name is Sean Holland. I'll be one of your hosts on today. I'm 14 years old.
My name is Natasia. I'll be your host today, and I'm 17 years old.
Now, here's a video on entrepreneurship by will.i.am.
We live at a different time, and we need to start educating the youth on the new tools that change the world. So, a 7-year-old needs to learn what he or she can do, not when they're 30, but when they're 17. Right? We need to start earlier. We need to start training entrepreneurs at 6, not at when you graduate high school at 18, because you're going to lose a lot of them at 12. Right when that puberty hits, boom, they're gone, especially if they come from inner cities. They've already made up their mind. They don't know how hard it's going to be by messing up and, But education is important even earlier now. We have to start at 6 years old, especially in America.
Okay, so today we have a lot of special guests lined up for you guys. First up, we have the CEO of TeensLOLTV magazine. Can we give her a round of applause? Well, I'm Natasia.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Shirah, nice to meet you.
So can you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Shirah Whitehead, and I'm 24 years old. Since everybody telling their age, I'll tell mine. So I'm not a teen, but I was a teen before, so I can touch base on with you guys. I'm an entrepreneur, and I have so many different businesses that I launched. Teen Era magazine being the first business that I launched, and my second business, which is Shirah LLC, which is a cosmetics, clothing, jewelry, fashion line that I named after myself. And so it's just a bunch of different businesses in one. And currently I just graduated from Specs Howard School of Media Broadcast. So I'm doing radio and TV production. So that's exciting always. And so I'm just, just normal, I guess. College student looking for a job and just really focusing on my businesses.
So for the first question, how do you feel your businesses impact the youth in a positive way?
I'm all about youth empowerment. I always want to be relatable to the youth because I was a youth at a point in time in my life. So I always put positive energy out there. I always put positive, I put the word of God out there first of all, because you can't do anything without God. And I always tell anybody or any youth, you must live for God. You should live for God. And I put that positive thing back out there for you guys because our youth is in trouble. And I realized that our youth, they need someone to pour into them. They need someone to motivate them, and they need to have an example. So I try to be the example that our youth need today.
Okay, and for the last question, how do you feel the youth can get more involved in the community?
I feel that really just figure out what fits you, what's your niche and what you're good at. I always want to get involved in the community myself. So it's like you got to figure out what you're called to do and what you want to do and make it work in your community and just really pour out and figure out what fits you.
So the topic today is Generation E, which stands for Young Entrepreneurs, and we have a young guest.
Yes, his name is Nick. He's from Oakland's High School. Can we give him a round of applause? So Nick, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and about what you do?
I work for Northwest Initiative. They had a entrepreneurship thing, so I signed up for it. So I work for them now, and I work on the farmers market and sell baked goods.
That's cool. Where do you see yourself in the long term with that program?
I'm going to be done with it this year. I don't want to continue it anymore.
Okay. And how does that program impact the community?
It helps feed people like healthier foods and yeah.
Thank you.
And that is very important.
Yes,
Do you guys have any questions for our guests? Any at all? Yes.
I have one for both of them, actually. One for the young lady. What made you get into your business? What made you want to start?
Well, I like to save money first. And I don't like working for people. I want to work for myself. I want to make my own money. I don't want I don't want my finance to be limited to what I make an hour. So I want to create stuff and invent stuff and just really have my own personal advantage over my own business and make my own money. So that was what made me really want to be an entrepreneur.
And for the young man?
And for you, how do you feel working at? Do you like it?
It's okay.
So I have a few questions for you. You have a question?
Was it hard, like, to create it? Like, did you want to give up at times?
Kinda, but at the same time, I was like, you know what? Because it took me 3 years to publish my magazine, and so I knew the final outcome. I knew that it would be something great, so that's what kept me motivated. But there were times where I was like, should I really be doing this, or do I really want to do this, or like, what am I doing? But at the end of the day, I just stayed motivated because I knew that it was something that's going to help people and not only myself. So that's what really pushed me.
You.
Will you ever, like, when you get older, will you ever open your own bakery?
If I can, I probably will.
Yes, Dan.
Do you do anything outside of what you do? Like, do you do anything other, like, what do you do for fun or something?
I play football.
Football, cool.
I play for Sexton.
Oh, Sexton. Big Reds. Big Reds. How about you?
Do you enjoy baking?
It gets money.
Right here. You have a
You
question?
have a question?
Do you ever want to, like, start your, like, own show, like Master Chef or something like that?
So I'm guessing baking is just something that you did to earn money, not really something you really, really want to do as a career.
I mean, I would start it off as a career, but there's some things that I'm not quite good at, so.
Yes.
Can you really cook?
So I have 2 questions for you guys. The first question is, when did you guys realize this is something you both wanted to do, as far as, clothing line and as far as baking, or wanted to go into the program? Doesn't matter, whichever one wants to go
I didn't know
first.
until after I graduated high school that I wanted to do like a magazine, and I always knew I wanted to do radio and TV since I was like 6. But with the magazine, I didn't know until after I graduated high school, and I got started on it immediately.
Okay.
It was one of the easiest things to do.
So what is the best dish you have ever baked?
It's like a fruit crumble kind of thing.
See, I don't really like cookies and stuff, but I feel like I really want you to bake one for me, And so I have a question for you guys both personally. Do you guys have any people that influence you, hardship times where these people stood in the gap for you both?
Oh, well, my family always supports me, and sometimes you have to be your own motivation. I always tell people, never look to depend on people to be your motivation or to push you, which is always good to have a support system. Of course, my family was always there, but at the same time, have self-motivation. And so I really pushed myself, and my family really pushed me as well.
And what motivated you to even join that program in the first place?
I needed money, and then my mom kind of helped me get into it.
Thank you.
So where do you guys see yourself in 5 years?
5 years? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna be like, had to count for a minute. I see myself with my own talk show and radio program, because that's what I initially went to school for. And of course, the magazine, the lipstick line, the nail polish, just a bunch of different businesses. Like, I see myself as an entrepreneur and really building my own empire.
And what's your passion? Although that program may not be, but what do you really see yourself doing?
I'm not quite sure. I'm still probably going to be baking, but.
That's good.
So if you guys could give any advice to the audience, what is one thing you would tell them to keep them encouraged in pushing and working towards their goals and dreams?
Want to go first? Okay, I would tell everybody to stay focused and get educated on your craft. If it's cooking, if it's being a fashion person, whatever it is that you like to do, get educated on your craft and never give up, because you want to take the knowledge that you have and apply it to what you have to be successful. So never give up, but never turn down opportunities. Like if you get an opportunity to volunteer somewhere or to do something, never look to make money on the beginning end, but just sometimes you have to invest into yourself. So I would say definitely invest into yourself. If you have to spend more money out up front, then do so, because in the future it's gonna pay off.
If you have a passion, just like go for it. Don't care what anybody else says about it.
So it's game time to see if you guys are all listening and really engaged. So the first question I have is, what is her occupation? Or what are some things that is under her big program? Yes, you.
She has like a clothing line and she has a magazine that she like
Okay. Does anyone know the name of the magazine? Anyone? Guess? Would you like to guess, Sequoia?
Was it Teens
Era magazine.
Close.
Teen Era.
Can
Era.
anyone point out something they wouldn't have guessed about her that she spoke about? Does anyone have something they found interesting that she does? Sequoia?
I think it's interesting that you went into broadcasting, but yet you also, came up with a magazine, and it overall just shows that you're like a hard worker and that you actually go for what you want. And you're not only striving for one thing, you're doing a lot, and
Right.
it's inspiring.
Thank you.
And some questions for Nick. Do you guys remember what he does? What does he like to do? Do you guys remember what he said he would continue to do in 5 years? Great question. Does anyone out there want to go into the TV field, talk show, or have their own magazine or anything? Yes, what motivated you to want to?
I want to do TV because I like being in front of the camera, and I'm like outgoing and energetic and everything. So it'll be good for me to meet more people. And kind of she did too, because she's like doing different fields and everything like that. So it made me like think of I could do different fields at the same time and accomplish it.
So, what celebrities do you think are influencing our youth today?
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Of course. She influenced everybody. I just think that her and Jay-Z both are a big influence to the youth now. But I want to be a positive role model and influence to our youth. And that's what made me do the magazine, going back to the magazine thing and why I do what I do.
Do you agree?
Are there any chefs that influence you?
So next is Teens Learn, which is the news and events. So we have a Soy Official event in August. It's August 16th, where a whole bunch of youth will come together singing, dancing, acting, and performing. And they will bring awareness to one issue, which is bullying and suicide. If you guys would like to be a part, then please go look on TeensLOL.com. We have some of the dance members which will be performing. This is Sequoia, Linda. Also, we have the Progression Show, which is on July 30th, and you can talk about that since that's yours.
Okay. And then we actually have our Mentor of the Month, Sherry Anderson, and she created a global business conference, and she brings in ambassadors and presidents from all over the globe, and she connects smaller businesses to larger businesses, and she basically creates trading relations between the two. And now
I got this one. And then we also have the Peace and Prosperity Youth Event, which is July 25th. Teens LOL interview, which we did at Common Ground. So we went out into the community and we interviewed different artists, and we asked them how they feel their music influences you guys as youth, because we see that music is one of the big influences, that you guys, have. We asked them how, they can influence you guys in a better way, what message they wanted to get across, and a lot of them said be positive and be yourself, and it's great to be different and unique. If you guys would like to go into the singing and acting career and stuff like that.
So I'm Natasia, part of TeensLOLTV. We are here at Common Ground watching Juicy J and Big Sean collaboration. That was Big Sean. Take a look. We are out here talking to the community, talking to the artists, and how their music influences you all as the youth.
boy came so we can show him Christ. Y'all don't get it, I've been saved. Living for a stain, switch the name, used to go by C-Light, but then I put it in the grave, cause I'm stepping off stage, still the same dude living what I say up on that mic. Cap and gown, graduated now, 23 and I'm in a new season. Wow, this is crazy, God is so amazing, he been using all that pain.
Hey everybody, I'm here at Common Ground with Lady K, and she's selling some of her jewelry today. I'm gonna just ask you a couple of questions. Do you think that the music being played here today is a positive influence on our youth? Not all of it, honestly. Not all of it, but I'm here to represent the youth, you know, so that's who I'm here for. But the music today, not all of it. Not all of it. Now, a lot of people say that they just listen to the beat and stuff, but what, in your opinion, do you think happens to our mentality of our young people when they listen to this type of music?
You talking about the beat or the lyrics?
The lyrics.
The lyrics, no. I have an 11-year-old, and I just wouldn't want her to listen to this type of music. I do listen to it, but I'm 30 years old, so I'm an adult. So for the children, no, this is inappropriate for the children.
Do you feel like do you feel like age depends on the influence that it has on your mind?
Yes. Yes, definitely, and I say that because of the simple fact is when you're young and you listen to this music, it influences them in a negative way, but as you get older and mature, like myself, there's certain things you're just like, okay, this is not me anymore. That was me back then, but now totally not.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Nice to meet you.
My name is Natasia, and you are?
I'm Zacharias.
It's been good. So I have a few questions for you all. Okay, so how do you feel that your music influences the youth, whether it's positive, negative? When you guys rap or sing or, whatnot, what message do you guys try to get across?
My main message is to be yourself, you know what I'm saying? I don't make music for other people, I make music for myself, and I'm glad that other people like it, so I make music for people that want to be themselves, have fun, do whatever. The same, really, just do what you do. Stay true to yourself, you know what I'm saying? And you basically prosper with that, feel me?
So do you guys think being true to yourselves and, just being you no matter what haters gonna hate, do you think that's basically a good way to become successful? Or do you, what things can you tell the youth if they want to be successful? Like if someone came to you and said, I would like to be a rapper, what's something that you can tell them that will take them a long way?
If you want to do it, do it. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you it's okay to do it, or don't wait for somebody else to tell you you can't. Just do it. The same, just don't hold back. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go out full-fledged. Don't just go halfway, you feel me? Like, that's the main thing to it.
My name is Your name is?
So, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So I have a few questions for you. The first question is, how do you feel your music influences the youth?
Hopefully, I teach the youth to help find or lock into a dream at an early age. Because that's something that I wish that I would have did, locked into music at an earlier age. I didn't really lock in until I was about 17, so,
Yeah, I just understand. But do you think most music nowadays influences the youth negatively?
Yeah, I would say that. I would definitely say that. But like they say, like Tupac said, the realest line ever. He said, if there's no hope for the kids, then there's no hope for the future. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know, I'm just trying to be that hope, I guess. Yeah, no doubt.
Okay, the next question is, how do you feel your music is different from Big Sean's or Juicy J's or?
I thought about that that was a big question I asked myself for like the first couple of years I rapped in. What I came up with, and I just figured this answer out weeks ago. And what I came up with is I don't sacrifice lines. Like I feel like rappers would just throw a song out there, or a rapper would just throw a line out there just to finish a line. Like that's not me. Every line is very thoughtful and is meaningful to me, So yeah, I feel like that's what separates me from any rapper to ever do besides like Tupac, honestly.
Tatiana. Nice to meet you, Tatiana. So I have a few questions for you, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question is, how do you feel the music today influences our youth?
Well, he was talking about a lot of drugs and money, so it makes it seem like that's what it's all about.
Do you think that puts a negative effect on the youth's mind? Do you think that makes them want to use drugs and smoke and drink more?
Absolutely.
So the music basically influences them in a negative way?
Yes.
Do you feel like it's mainly on the person, whether the person decides to do it, or the music does have a lot to do?
It depends on if they're easily influenced.
I understand. So what is your favorite type of music?
Hip-hop.
And what is different about hip-hop than country or rock? What makes you like it?
to me, for the way I dance, because I like to hip hop dance, so it's easy for me to dance to. And you are?
I'm James Garden.
James Garden, nice to meet you. Okay, I have a few questions for you, if that is okay?
Yes.
Okay, so the first question is, how do you feel your music influences the community, and you to be exact?
So what I like to do in my music is be as encouraging as possible. So I think it'll affect the youth in particular to go and chase their dreams, whatever their purpose is, figure that out, and just give all out to do that. And that's kind of what my purpose with my music is.
So what is the difference from your music than Big Sean's and Juicy J's and MGK?
I guess the easiest way to say it is, I think everyone will like it. Your grandma can listen to it and not feel ashamed. I don't know if I can play some of Sean's songs with my grandma. She might be a little weary. I think it's more accessible in the sense that it's very less easily for someone to be offended by it.
So do you think the music nowadays influences the youth in a negative way than a positive way?
I think there's a mix, but I think there is a very off-balance mix. So it's definitely more negative, which, I mean, if you're a conspiracy theorist, you'll believe that it's done on purpose. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it isn't either. I'm not sure. But I think there definitely is more negative than positive.
So what is something you would change about music nowadays?
More balance, because honestly, like, if everything was good, it would be ignoring what's bad, right? So it'd be like, all right, because art is a reflection of life. So I feel like if everything was extra positive, it wouldn't be a reflection of life. It would be flawed. But I think just more balance, because if everything's negative, there is no hope. And you can't be like, oh, it can get better. It's like, nah, it ain't gonna get better. I'm gonna be broke all the time. I'm gonna have mad baby mamas. I'm probably gonna get shot. So it's like, if there's no positive, that's your absolute truth, and that's not life.
Okay. Hi, I'm Natasia.
I'm Tay Rhodes.
Tay Rhodes. Okay, I have a few questions for you. Is that okay? Okay, so the first question is, how do you think your music influences the youth?
I think it gives them something that they can relate to with a good message at the same time. So it's something live, you know what I'm saying? I feel like everybody should hear it and like it, but at the same time learn something from it.
So what do you think is different about your music than Ace Hood's or Juicy J?
I see a lot of differences and similarities, but I feel like the only difference is that everybody has their own thing and everybody has some personalism about it. So I just bring my Tay Rhodes version of whatever Ace Hood is bringing the Ace Hood version of.
Hi, I'm Natasia.
Jose Moore.
Jose Moore. Okay, I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So do you sing, rap, draw? Like, what is it that you do?
I'm an MC by trade. I also do graffiti art, but I run all of the above Hip Hop Academy at the Oak Park YMCA. So we're teaching youth the culture, teaching them how to build life skills through hip hop culture as leverage, and showing them how to do it right by passing down the fundamentals of it. So teaching them the history, the technique, and application. So that's what we do.
Well, he answered all three of my questions, so I'm a freestyle, okay?
Okay.
Let's talk about the music. How do you feel the music influences the youth nowadays?
The music influence, it is what it is. Hip-hop is just a direct reflection of the people. So if the people are off balance, the music's gonna be off balance. You know what I'm saying? So, we promote life skills. We promote trying to build the community and kind of taking it from that, that elitist mentality in terms of like, we're up here, you're down here, and tying it all together and making people feel like they're a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So we come from a community, perspective, because that's how hip hop was developed. It was inclusive, not exclusive. You know what I mean? So we're bringing people together. We tying all the elements, using like funk, soul, jazz, rock and roll, electro, all of it, and then showing people how it's more of a sponge than it is a brick. You know what I'm saying? So we absorb and we spill it out the way it needs to be done, and that's what we're about.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Natasia, and this is
Jose Moore.
Jose Moore. Thank you so much.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hello, this is Shirah with Teen Era Magazine, and this is Nick, and he started his own baking line, we could call it. Can you both tell us a little bit about what you guys do? Nick, please.
All right. I sell cookies, like from any kind or any sort, and I bake stuff.
Thank you.
And I'm Shirah. I'm the editor-in-chief of my own Teen magazine, so I write and I interview people, I model for it, and I really push it out there. So I'm basically like my own publicist for now. And I have it here. And 4 people are going to get one for free because I bought some for the audience. And so I'm going to sign them and give them away too.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also if you guys want to order Teen Era Magazine, you can go to www.teeneramagazine.com. And you can contact me through Facebook. Just type in Teen Era Magazine on Facebook because I have a fan page. And if you want to email me to be a model, or if you want to write, or if you want to advertise your business like Nick and the other entrepreneurs, you can also contact me through my website as well at teeneramagazine.com.
Thank you.
Do you have a way that they can contact you for the cookies?
You could come to the Westside's Farmers Market, or, you know, yeah, that's it actually.
Would you guys like to pick 4 people from our audience and to give out your awesome?
Well, we're gonna do it like this. I'll pick 4 numbers, 1 through 10. Whoever, I'm gonna write the numbers down. Then whoever is closer, then I'll give it to them.
Okay. But you can actually instruct that.
Okay.
I got 3. My number's. That's what I'm
T.
5.
No, we picking a different number. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What's your number?
7. No, that's my number.
That was a number.
I know
What's the number? That was a number.
Here at TeensLOL, one of our main goals is to really give back to community. We understand that sometimes we're blessed to be a blessing to others, so we like to go out into the community and just really share the gifts that God's given us, and just to really create a sense of community with our teens and just giving back. And now we're gonna I'm gonna choose one person from the audience to tell about someone who's impacted their life in a great way. Okay, right here. Okay.
My mom, she impacted me in a great way because she is the reason why I'm here today. And she's the reason why I go to school and focus on being great.
Thank you. Okay, and we're gonna ask all of our teens to repeat after me as we make an oath to take action. Okay, put your hand over your heart, please. Okay, say, from my heart.
From my heart.
I promise to take action.
I promise to take action.
To lead by example.
To lead by example.
And follow truth.
And follow truth.
To learn endurance.
To learn endurance.
And self-discipline.
And self-discipline.
To laugh despite of bad days.
To laugh despite of bad days.
To love my neighbors.
To love my neighbors.
And haters as myself.
And haters as myself.
And to live the right way out loud.
And to live the right way out loud.
Thank you.
So next is Teens Out Loud, which is the talent showcase part, and we have Taylor Tater.
Yep, she's 17. She's from Okemos, and she has a CD on iTunes. And she'll be performing a song called Pluto.
Can we give her a round of applause?
17 from Lansing, Michigan. And I go to Okemos High School. And I also play the ukulele, as you can see.
He says they're only friends, but there's no way to pretend there's nothing more. Unfortunately, and I've tried my very best not to sabotage or protest. What message would hustling, but I love who I become when I'm with him. One day, oh, maybe one day, when Pluto is a planet again. One day, oh, maybe one day, he will see me differently when Pluto is a planet again. Oh, 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 oh. Our solar system seems a little empty. If it were me, I would approve Pluto's re-entry. And I apologize, no, I don't mean to whine, but I think we'd be better including planet number 9. One day, oh, maybe one day, when Pluto is a planet. One day, oh, maybe one day, he will see me different when Pluto is a planet again. Oh yeah. When Pluto is a planet, he won't take me for granted. When Pluto is a planet again.
Thank you all very much. You can find me on like Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and all that stuff, and more music on TaylorTaylorMusic.com. So thank you very much for having me.
Okay, I see. Is it really now? Yeah. What y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers. Yeah, I know. What y'all wanna do? Wanna be ballers, shot callers, brawlers. I know dudes up on my block, push that green to make that guap. They so paranoid, they hearing noise, they fear for all they got. Tell me, is this life a thing? Not. What's money if you don't got peace? Homie, they tell me what's life if you just can't eat. So preacher, don't preach at me. I ain't against you, I'm for you. I'm just another young boy who found grace, mercy, and joy. I want you to know joy too. That's why I wanna be honest. Tell you in the dollars, you're never gonna find it. Peace too big, you go fit in your wallet. But you wanna be fly, Mr. Co-Pilot. I know the television promised. If you get it, then you're gonna be good, but stop it. Tell me what a man profit. If he get the world, then he gonna lose his soul in the process. Huh? I know you heard it all before, but them words cut deep, cause them words from the sword. Ah, for Pete's sake, call that a cliche.